Se muestra amable e intenta actuar como si las cosas fueran normales después de algunas de las cosas que nos ha dicho a mí y a mis amigos.
Thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great six-pack abs.
Kody se pone manos a la obra y es muy amable, como si estuviéramos retomando donde lo dejamos y yo estoy como, vale.
Eso no va a funcionar.
Leo me ofrecía que mi abogado redactara el papeleo para que todos tuvieran que ir y firmarlo.
Interesado en separar las partes de la propiedad.
He doesn't have rock hard abs. I'm just whatever.
Que podría haber sido él intentando romper el hielo.
Cuando entramos en esta videollamada y también la parte
Simplemente estoy reteniendo cualquier tipo de compromiso.
frustrante de esto es
It's not rock hard abs. I'm a man of flesh and bone.
Emocional o juicio, porque lo creeré cuando lo vea.
But my abs are just washboard.
Me ofrecí ayudar a pagar a personas que ayudaran con la limpieza.
Yeah, because that's definitely what I'm looking for. Well, according to Kody Brown.
Verán, al ver el papel y firmarlo,
simplemente tuve que establecer algunos límites muy estrictos.
But that's all she's interested in. I do have buns of steel.
¿Es esto una posibilidad? Oh, ahora que es una posibilidad, ahora está así.
voy a decir, ok, qué bien, al fin.
Sister Wives Meri Brown gets upset reflecting on her brother's marriage to Janelle before Kody. A lot of emotions exclusive. Sister Wives spoilers. Meri Brown reopens old wounds over Janelle's marriage to her brother and the wedding date that still hurts. For Meri Brown, the past is not something that simply fades with time, even years after stepping away from her plural marriage to Kody Brown. Deeply rooted emotions tied to the earliest days of the Sister Wives family continue to resurface. In an exclusive preview of the January 25th episode of Sister Wives, Meri opens up about one of the most complex and painful chapters of her life. Janelle Brown's entrance into the family and the unresolved emotional fallout that followed. At 55, Meri is no longer living within the structure of polygamy, yet she is still navigating its long-term impact. The preview reveals that some wounds never fully healed, especially those connected to boundaries that were crossed early on, dismissed at the time, and never meaningfully addressed later. What emerges from Meri's reflection is not just a story about jealousy or rivalry, but a layered account of emotional invalidation, blurred family lines, and a marriage system that prioritized expansion over emotional care. A complicated beginning, when sister wives were sisters-in-law. Before Janelle Brown became Kody Brown's second wife in 1993, she held a very different role in Meri Brown's life. Janelle was once married to Meri's older brother, Adam Barber. That marriage took place before Meri married Kody in 1990 and ended shortly after. This detail has long been known to viewers, but the emotional weight of it has often been minimized, particularly by Kody and Janelle themselves. In the January 25th episode, Meri makes it clear that this prior relationship was never insignificant to her, despite repeated attempts by others to downplay it. Meri recalls that Janelle had been married to her brother and was present at Meri's wedding to Kody as his spouse. When Janelle later entered the family as Kody's second wife, the shift from sister-in-law to sister wife was not something Meri could easily reconcile. According to Meri, the emotional complexity of that transition was never fully acknowledged or respected. The wedding date that became a breaking point. One of the most striking revelations in the preview involves the planned wedding date for Kody and Janelle. Meri claims that the couple initially intended to marry on her birthday. From Meri's perspective, this was not a minor scheduling issue. It symbolized a deeper pattern of emotional dismissal. Meri explains that Kody and Janelle believed it didn't matter and suggested celebrating her birthday on another day. To Meri, this response demonstrated a lack of consideration for her feelings and an unwillingness to recognize the emotional significance of the moment. It was ultimately Kody's mother who intervened and stopped the wedding from taking place on Meri's birthday. While the date was changed, the emotional damage, according to Meri, had already been done. This incident, Meri suggests, set the tone for future dynamics within the family. Dynamics where her feelings were frequently overlooked in favor of what others wanted. It does matter, Meri's unheard boundary. In the preview, Meri speaks with a clarity that suggests years of reflection. She emphasizes that the issue was never just about the date itself, but about what it represented. Starting a new marriage and expanding a family on her birthday felt like erasing her individuality and emotional space within the marriage. For Meri, the failure to recognize this signaled a troubling lack of empathy from both Kody and Janelle. She expresses frustration that even now, Kody and Janelle fail to acknowledge how these early decisions may have contributed to the struggles she experienced throughout the marriage. Meri's words suggest that many of the conflicts viewers witnessed over the years did not arise spontaneously, but were rooted in unresolved issues from the very beginning. Emotional fallout that never fully resolved. There's a lot of emotion, Meri says in the preview, repeating the phrase with emphasis. The repetition underscores just how deeply these experiences affected her. Despite decades having passed, Meri is still processing the emotional consequences of being asked, implicitly and explicitly, to suppress her discomfort for the sake of family unity. While Janelle has previously characterized her marriage to Meri's brother as insignificant and short-lived, Meri strongly disagrees. For her, the familial overlap added an emotional layer that made Janelle's entry into the marriage far more complicated than anyone seemed willing to admit. This disconnect in perception appears to have fueled ongoing tension between the two women. The January 4th conversation, coffee and confrontation. Earlier in the season, a January 4th episode featured Meri and Janelle sitting down for coffee to discuss their shared history. During that conversation, Janelle explained that she met Adam Barber while she was a senior in high school and that they married shortly afterward. According to Janelle, the marriage lasted just over a year and wasn't really a thing. She suggested that it didn't hold much significance in her life. Meri, however, offered a starkly different perspective. She revealed that Janelle had attended her wedding to Kody with Adam, and that the marriage ended only after Meri and Kody were already married. From Meri's point of view, this timeline made the situation far more emotionally charged. Meri shared that when the idea of Janelle joining the family was first introduced, she struggled deeply. The overlap between family and marriage roles was something she found extremely difficult to accept. Different realities, same past. The contrast between Meri and Janelle's recollections highlights a recurring theme within Sister Wives. The same events can carry vastly different meanings depending on who experienced them. For Janelle, the first marriage was brief and forgettable. For Meri, it was an emotional boundary that was crossed without adequate acknowledgement. This disconnect may explain much of the tension that persisted between the two women over the years, even when both attempted to maintain a functional relationship. Meri's reflection suggests that unresolved emotional pain does not disappear simply because time passes, especially when it is repeatedly invalidated. Polygamy's emotional cost. Meri's comments also serve as a broader commentary on the emotional structure of polygamy. While the system emphasizes shared commitment and spiritual purpose, Meri's experience illustrates how individual needs can be easily overshadowed. From her perspective, the expectation to just deal with it became a recurring theme. Her discomfort was framed as something she needed to overcome rather than something others needed to respect. This dynamic, Meri implies, played a significant role in her eventual emotional withdrawal from the marriage. The broader family timeline. To understand the weight of Meri's revelations, it's important to revisit the family's timeline. Meri married Kody Brown in 1990. Janelle married Kody in 1990. Christine Brown joined the family. In 1994, Robyn Brown became Kody's fourth wife in 2014. Over time, each of the original 3 wives separated from Kody. Christine left in 2021. Janelle, separated in 2022. Meri officially ended the relationship in 2023. Today, Robyn remains Kody's only wife. Meri's reflections come after all these relationships have ended, suggesting that distance from the marriage has allowed her to view the past with greater clarity. Why this still matters now. Meri's willingness to revisit these painful memories indicates that her healing process is ongoing. The fact that she continues to grapple with these events years later underscores how foundational moments can shape an entire marriage. Her comments challenge the narrative that early struggles were minor or irrelevant. Instead, they suggest that many later conflicts may have been rooted in these initial dismissals. By speaking openly now, Meri is reclaiming her emotional truth, something she implies was not always possible while she was still part of the marriage. A story of validation long delayed. At its core, this spoiler preview is about validation. Meri is not seeking to rewrite history, but to have her experiences acknowledged as legitimate. Her frustration stems not only from what happened, but from how often her feelings were minimized afterward. In revisiting Janelle's entry into the family, Meri is highlighting a pattern that many viewers have come to recognize. Emotional labor was often unevenly distributed, and some voices carried more weight than others. Looking ahead, as Sister Wives continues to explore the aftermath of the Brown family's unraveling, moments like this provide critical insight into why the marriages ultimately failed. Meri's reflections offer a reminder that unresolved pain does not disappear simply because a relationship ends. For her, understanding the past is an essential step toward fully moving forward. The January 25th episode promises to shed further light on these long-standing issues, offering viewers a deeper understanding of the emotional complexities that shaped the Brown family from the very beginning. Sister Wives star Meri Brown on her brother, previously being married to Janelle exclusive. Sister Wives Meri Brown gets upset reflecting on her brother's marriage to Janelle before Kody. A lot of emotions exclusive. Need to know. People has an exclusive clip of the January 25th episode of Sister Wives, where Meri Brown opens up about struggling with Janelle Brown's first marriage being to Meri's brother. Meri also claims that Janelle's wedding to Kody was planned on her birthday, which raised many emotions. Sister Wives airs Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on TLC. There are still some parts of her past that Meri Brown struggles to grapple with. Years after leaving her plural marriage to Kody Brown behind, the Sister Wives star, 55, continues to navigate the impact that polygamy had on her life. In People's exclusive sneak peek at the upcoming episode, which airs on Sunday, January 25th, Meri admits that she had a lot of emotions about how former sister wife Janelle came into the family. Well, people don't. I'm not just going to say people, I'm going to say Kody. Kody and Janelle failed to recognize that possibly some of the issues that I had in polygamy could have stemmed from the fact that, oh, they wanted to get married on my birthday, she says. They had planned to get married on my birthday. She claims that Kody, 57, and Janelle, 56, thought it doesn't matter, we'll just celebrate Meri's birthday a different day. But Kody's mom ultimately stepped in and shut the idea down. Like, excuse me? It does matter, Meri notes. So let's start the marriage relationship, the family relationship with that. And they forget that there might have been some emotions involved with the fact that she used to be married to my brother. Before becoming sister wives, Meri and Janelle were actually sisters-in-law, as Janelle was married to Meri's older brother, Adam Barber. There's a lot of emotion, Meri says at the end of the preview. There is a lot of emotion. Related stories. In the January 4th episode of the TLC series, Janelle and Meri sat down for coffee and discussed their previous familial connection. Janelle explained that she met Barber when she was a senior in high school, and they tied the knot a little over a year later, although it didn't last long. She'd been married to my brother, and she was actually at my wedding with him, Meri revealed, who was the first sister wife to wed Kody in 1990. And then they divorced after Kody and I got married. While Janelle said the short-lived marriage wasn't really a thing and didn't really matter, Meri felt otherwise. When the conversation about Janelle coming into our family started happening, it was really hard for me, Meri shared on the episode. It was a tough thing to wrap my head around on multiple levels just because she had been married to my brother, you know, she continued. And so it was definitely a thing for me, for sure. Janelle married Kody in 1993, and they split in 2022. He also separated from wife Christine Brown, who joined the family in 1994 in 2021, as well as Meri in 2023. The former polygamist's only remaining relationship is with wife Robyn Brown, whom he married in 2014.